Hello class 10th. Let's continue chapter 7b, ammonia. In previous videos we have discussed about the laboratory preparation of ammonia and its other methods like Haber process, right, and its physical properties. Now in this video we will discuss about the chemical properties of ammonia. Ammonia gas is neither combustible nor a supporter of combustion, but a jet of ammonia burns in the atmosphere of oxygen with a yellow flame producing steam and nitrogen gas. When ammonia is burned with oxygen, right, then it gives what? Yellow flame of nitrogen gas and water steam is produced, right? But if ammonia gas, dry ammonia gas and mixture and oxygen mixture is passed through over a heated platinum which is placed in the combustion tube, then you get first you get a colorless nitric oxide is formed, which on further oxidation gives brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide gas, right? And this is a very important reaction which is also used in the lab, in the industrial process of preparation of nitric acid, right? Now next property is your base. Ammonia is basic in nature. All of you know dry ammonia gas or a dry liquid ammonia. Don't confuse when liquid ammonia means when ammonia gas is liquefied. Water is not added, only simply it is liquefied under pressure. It is neutral in nature, means neither it is acidic nor it is basic, because it is a covalent molecule, right? But its aqueous solution means when it is dissolved in water, then ammonia is basic in nature. Basic in nature means it turns red litmus blue. And why it is basic in nature? Because of the formation of hydroxyl ions. When ammonia gas is dissolved in water, it gives ammonium hydroxide, and this ammonium hydroxide contains which ammonium ion and which one? Hydroxyl ions, which are negatively charged ion, and these ions impart the basic nature of ammonia gas, right? Due to its basic nature, ammonia turns what? Red litmus solution blue, colorless phenolphthalein solution to pink, and orange colored methyl orange to yellow. And in your syllabus, ammonia is the only basic gas, right? Now due to its basic nature, it reacts with acids and it forms salts. Just look at here, ammonia gas when react with what? Dilute hydrochloric acid, it gives you what? Ammonium chloride. Same way when ammonia react with dilute sulfuric acid, these all acids are what? Dilute, and then it gives ammonium sulfate. And the same way when ammonia react with dilute nitric acid, then it gives ammonium nitrate. Right? Now next is your aqueous solution. Aqueous solution of ammonia? Just see, when ammonia react with these dilute acids, it gives salt only, right? Respective salt. It gives its respective salts. But aqueous solution of ammonia, that is your NH4OH, reacts with acid, then it gives salt and water. Because all of you know that whenever acids react with bases, they always give salt and water, or bases when react with acids, they give salt and water. Now just look at here, ammonium hydroxide NH4OH when react with dilute hydrochloric acid, it gives NH4Cl, ammonium chloride, salt and water. The same way ammonium hydroxide when react with dilute sulfuric acid, then it gives salt with salt, ammonium sulfate and water. The same way, when ammonium hydroxide react with dilute nitric acid, it gives ammonium nitrate salt and water, right? Okay, now next chemical property is your action with soluble metal salts or precipitation reactions. Actually, ammonium hydroxide is used as analytical reagent. In chapter 3b, you have read about the analytical chemistry, where we use ammonium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide to identify different salts, just because of the formation of colored precipitate. Then the question is here, why ammonium hydroxide is used as an analytical reagent to identify metal ions? Now your answer is it is used to identify metal ions in qualitative analysis because ammonium hydroxide reacts with soluble salts of metal to give insoluble precipitates of metallic hydroxides which have different colors and solubilities. All of you know when ammonium hydroxide react with different metallic salts, soluble metallic salts, it gives different colors, different color of the precipitate it gives of different colors, and they either some of them are soluble in excess and some are insoluble in excess. Just look at your example, like iron salt FeSO4. When react with ammonium hydroxide, it gives ammonium sulfate and dirty green precipitate of iron 2 hydroxide. Same way, when iron 3 chloride react with ammonium hydroxide, it gives you ammonium chloride and reddish brown precipitate of iron 3 hydroxide, and both are insoluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide. Right. Okay, now next is your ammonia gas act as a reducing agent. Ammonia gas behave as a strong reducing agent. And how you will prove that? Ammonia gas, when it is passed through a red hot copper oxide, then this black copper oxide is reduced to reddish copper, right? Just look at the equation. Copper oxide, when react with ammonia gas, ammonia gas reduce this copper oxide to copper nitrogen gas, and water is formed, right? Now next, the same way, when ammonia is passed through this heated lead 2 oxide, then this buff yellow lead 2 oxide is reduced to grayish metallic lead, right? And nitrogen gas and water is produced. Now next is your ammonia also reduces chlorine. When ammonia react with when excess of ammonia react with chlorine, it gives ammonium chloride and nitrogen gas. But when ammonia react with excess of chlorine, here chlorine is in excess, right? Then you get hydrochloric acid and this is called nitrogen trichloride. This is you get a yellow explosive liquid. When ammonia react with excess of chlorine, you get yellow explosive liquid, that is your nitrogen trichloride. Right, now next is your test for ammonia gas. How you will identify that the given gas is ammonia? First of all, its odor. Ammonia has a strong, pungent, irritating odor, because right. Now next is your second test is a glass rod when dipped in concentrated hydrochloric acid and brought near ammonia gas, it gives dense white fumes of ammonium chloride. Right, now next is when ammonia gas passed through a solution of copper sulfate, right, it gives pale blue precipitate of copper hydroxide which is soluble in excess of ammonia and turns inky blue solution. Now last test is your ammonia gas gives brown color precipitate with colorless Nessler's reagent. Right? Just look at here. Aqueous solution of ammonia gas in water is called liquor ammonia. It is used as a cleansing agent and as it emulsifies or dissolve fats, grease, etc. That's why it is helping what in where in cleaning the in cleaning the cloths, right, or removing stains from the cloths. Next is your liquid ammonia. When ammonia gas is liquefied at low temperature, then it is called liquid ammonia, and it is used in refrigerant in ice plant because liquid ammonia is highly volatile and has a high latent heat of evaporation. Right? Thank you, children.